But luckily for me, I was part of Dr. Reddy's audit team, and it was one of the biggest audit teams in Hyderabad. Qualified chartered accountant. I chose to continue at KPMG. A career for the next 6.5 years was with KPMG. It's been 1 year now already, and I'm sort of heading their API and payment gateway division, something that I wouldn't have done in my previous life, like as an auditor.
So you did your CA. So उसके बाद क्या?
I did my articleship at KPMG. So then once I
Okay.
became, qualified chartered accountant, I chose to continue at KPMG. So my career for the next 6.5 years was with KPMG, but it was spread across Singapore, London, and then Sweden.
Your articleship was at KPMG. Articleship में क्या होता है? So I don't know.
So articleship in a CA course is basically you're like a full-time employee at a firm. So I used to go daily to work. कभी-कभी तो Saturday, Sunday भी जाता है. A lot of things you learn over time. In the first year, you do more manual tasks. But luckily for me, I was part of Dr. Reddy's audit team, and it was one of the biggest audit teams in Hyderabad. I got opportunity to work with KPMG in Singapore for like 7 months, and they sort of wanted me there long term. But then I got so fed up with their work culture, so I was like, no, I can't do this anymore. It's worse than India.
Work culture मतलब long work hours or
Long.
like
I can't even tell you. So I thought India was long working hours. Then I realized the more east you go, the worse it gets. Yeah, but that was my experience in Singapore. Then I came back to India for a while, and then I got an opportunity to work in London. So I worked at the Canary office of KPMG. After a few months, I moved to the Watford office. So I was able to work on audits across the boroughs in London. So at that point, I was in the payroll of India firm. But I was
okay.
doing a secondment to Sweden, but they said we would like to have you back, and I really liked the work culture when I was there for 6
Right.
months.
What I want to know is, since we're talking about the topic of Sweden, so you're in Sweden, you're enjoying that life, and like, I just don't see myself coming back to India after that.
Like if you're rich and if you're Indian, India is the best place. And also the fact, the phase of growth that India is in, if I can get onto that, there's a higher chance of me being a rich person in India than in Sweden. In Sweden, I would still be comfortable but be middle class. So that is also my idea as well. So that's where I am, or the MBA fit in. And then I gave GMAT.
So where did you get placed and how was that experience for you, the days or whatever rolling?
For me, it was very stressful. I'm going to be very open. I did not get placed during the wave because the kind of companies that came in were not what I wanted, and what they wanted was not what I was offering. There was that mismatch. Like I interviewed for L'Oreal and some other consulting companies, but it was more of a finance focused role. And honestly, the reason I did MBA was to get out of those roles. So it didn't really work out for me. But so it was stressful to not get placed because everybody around me was placed. And I remember one of our professors had told us, give serendipity a chance. So I thought I'll just give it for once. And then randomly in February, I got a shortlist from this one fintech called Open Financial Technologies. Now it wasn't in my radar, like fintech was not. But then they really liked my profile. And they said, they're building a paratrooper team for the founder's office, sort of solving challenges as they come. So that really excited me. It was a very different thing as opposed to what I was doing at KPMG. And I just took a chance, and then this has been 1 year now already, and I'm sort of heading their API and payment gateway division, something that I wouldn't have done in my previous life, like as an auditor. I think in hindsight, it has been an exciting journey here.